Yes, so I will just give you a broad overview of how to navigate ERGA. So in ERGA, we actually have a vision that includes three major points. The first one, we want, of course, ERGA to be responsible for generating reference genome, and all the needed resources that the community needs. As already Rob mentioned, ERGA, we want also ERGA to be an umbrella network for all other projects that are involved in producing reference genomes for all European biodiversity. And then also we want ERGA to be a knowledge hub, so a center for knowledge, and also that includes all steps that are necessary for generating reference genome and also their use. So from, let's say, the beginning to the end of the entire process. So the European Reference Genome Atlas has tremendously increased in terms of representation, in terms of participation over the past year since its establishment. We have more than 1,000 Europe-based scientists. We have more than 200 research institutions across 38 countries. And we have a bottom-up approach, which is, I would say, kind of unique to ERGA, and we are very, very proud of this. In terms of community participation, since we started, ERGA has also increased the opportunity for the community to actively participate in all our work and our, of course, broad and very ambitious objective. We had, of course, several calls over the past years to support financially research projects on biodiversity genomics, so on the use of reference genome and their application in terms of protecting or conserving biodiversity in Europe. We had several projects funded so far, and recently we had several case studies that were financed together with BGE. And if you want to have more information about these case studies, you can visit the website of the BGE project, the Biodiversity Genomics Europe project. And if you are interested to know more about their work, you are very welcome to participate at 3 o'clock, because there will be a session specifically dedicated to it. We are very proud of these case studies because they are not just broad in terms of, let's say, coverage, because they really are, covering very different countries in Europe. But we are particularly happy with the fact that we have very different species involved in these case studies, from mammals to plants to insects and so on. So that also, of course, shows how open we are to really, sequencing everything that is based in Europe, independently of whether the species is charismatic or not, of there's, a specific interest from, many people or just a few people. In terms of community, we have also produced over the past year material, standard operating procedures for sampling, metadata collection and shipment. Also, we have produced several guidelines on biobanking. We have produced several workflows for the assembly of the reference genome, but for any kind of computational work, and several also tutorials and training materials. These are all open access material that you can find in several platforms like Workflow Hub, but also Zenodo and other kind of platform, GitHub, and so on. So if you are interested in any of these, please get in touch with us, and we will be very happy to direct you to the place where you can find all this information. And we hope that they are going to be useful for the entire community. And we are, of course, also open to, update them in a way that they represent also the needs of the community. We also have recently launched this year the ERGA Knowledge Hub. And this is a very open platform that has the objective to collect educational resources in biodiversity genomics. And this is a platform that is curated by the European Reference Genome Atlas community. So you are very welcome to contribute to it just by simply going to the website and then click the contribute button. You can contribute with any kind of material, for example, GitHub pages or tutorials or YouTube videos that, of course, are open access and are going to stay available for a long period of time. You can also choose your kind of contribution. You can contribute, for example, through computational methods and pipeline, but you can also contribute with, for example, guidelines on data management, fair data, or how to engage with stakeholders, and so on and so on. So there are different kind of sections you can contribute to. So you're very welcome to submit your contribution anytime. And in terms of outreach and engagement, over the past year, we have really worked also very hard on this. We, of course, have engaged, you know, in many different settings. And we always try to be present whenever there's the opportunity to outreach and engagement. So recently, we had this year, for example, the Long Night of Science in Berlin, where we had our team in Berlin present. And then in terms of other kind of outreach activities, there was a Pint of Science here in Switzerland, in Zurich, where I also presented the work of the European Reference Genome Atlas. We also had, of course, contributed and participated in several conferences over the past year. One of the last where we actually had a very, you know, significant participation of ERGA members were the SMB conference in 2023 in Italy, Ferrara. And also this year, the International Botanical Congress. And one thing that I would like to highlight is that if you would like to participate in these conferences and would like to have also some, let's say, tailored material produced for your audience, we are very welcome to help you out. And actually, we do produce this kind of audience targeted material based on the activity and the outreach activity that we take part in. So you're very welcome to you know, send us some information or some requests for help. You can, of course, follow us on all kind of social media platforms, on Twitter, on Mastodon, LinkedIn, and also YouTube. We have our own YouTube channel with all the different presentations that were made over the past year and everything that is, you know, coming. So everything is freely available to you. You can, of course, read our recommendations for new articles and also press releases on our, of course, website, but also on our social media. And of course, if you are part of ERGA and you would like your work to be promoted, you can definitely get in touch with us and we will be more than happy to help you promote your publication and initiative. We also pay particular attention to promoting training opportunities, events, and resources also on our social media. So also in this case, if you would like us to help you out with it, we are very welcome to do so. So you just have to get in touch with us. So just to conclude, I would like to, of course, shout out to all of you and to those of you who are not part of ERGA yet to just to get on board. You can simply scan the QR code here on the slide and just register right now. So we are, as I said, an initiative that is fully open and we are very welcome to, you know, welcome anyone, all nationalities, all career stages. Actually, early career scientists are very welcome to join us and also all areas of expertise. So don't be shy, just jump on board and hopefully we can make a difference all together in Europe. Thank you so much. And I will just leave the floor to Astrid for the next presentation.